Okay, so from what I've heard, the tendril closest to the watermelon, when it dies back, it's an indicator that the watermelon is ripe. It's been died out now for a couple days, so it's time to harvest. Man, I had it all dramatic. I came up here, I cut it all nice. I was like, oh yeah, look, our first successful, and then I looked in the camera, it wasn't recording. So anyway, I had already cut it, but our first successful watermelon. That's perfect. It's pretty heavy. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rivera Urban Homestead. It's Saturday, July 3rd. You guys have a good, safe 4th of July weekend. No drinking and driving or none of that crap. I'm gonna stay home and drink like I always do. But anyway, I hope you can hear me. It's kind of windy out. This weekend, we got to do some prep work. Two things going on. Right now, we have that Hurricane Elsa. At the moment, the track looks like it's coming to my front door, but that could change, of course. But we want to do some prep work for that. Maybe get some of the plants put away a little bit closer. I might do that later in the week. Anyway, we'll do a little bit of prep work for the hurricane, but also we're about to go on vacation to Colorado here in a little while. I'm not giving out detailed dates or nothing, but so we're going to be gone for a few days, like 5 days I think we're going to be gone. Maybe 6 including traveling time. But my neighbors are going to be watching my dogs and the cat and the chickens. But I want to get some stuff done for the chickens to where they don't have to go in there on a daily basis and mess with them. So I'm going to go buy new waterers, big waterers for the chickens. So that'll be cool. We're going to go over to Tractor Supply and get that done. Buy another bag of feed for them. I want to have their tubes. We'll fill them completely up the day before we leave. And I hate leaving my animals. Me going on vacation makes me nervous. First of all, we don't do it enough. This is like the first time we've been back to Colorado in 6 years, so our parents are excited, but I always get a little weirded out leaving my animals, but that's just how it goes. They're in good hands. The neighbors know what to do. They've been watching my animals for 16 years when we leave, and we've been watching theirs the same amount of time, so it's all good. No worries there. Okay, so one project I want to get done this weekend, because if I don't do it this weekend and then here in a little while we're going to go on vacation and I don't get it done next weekend, it's going to get out of control. So all this stuff I want to just weed whack down, all them bushes and all that. They're not even bushes, they're those viney plants. They produce the beautiful white flowers. I love the flowers, the bees love them, but they just get out of control. So we're going to just kind of trim up some of this stuff here. Ready for the ball, Molly? You scared the chickens. You scared the chickens with that ball. You're not bringing it back, huh? What did you drop it over there for, butt? And look, I could barely even get through. This is my walkway going out to the garden, but there's so much growth. Look at that. This is just covering a big portion of my area. Sorry, the AC's on. Look at the beautiful flowers, though. And yeah, my chain link fence over here is just covered, and it's just, look at how far out it is. There's the fence, and it goes out like 3 feet or something. So I'm just gonna cut all the way down and just remove it. I want to keep it on the fence for now, but we can remove some of the bulk of it so I can get through, because right now it's an obstacle. And then coming out of the gate to get to the garden, again, this mass of vines and stuff, we just got to chop that down. I barely have a walkway. And then there's this one too, so there's my little narrow walkway I have to get through, and I still touch all the plants. And then there's this one. There's a whiskey barrel under there, remember? Not right now. This thing exploded. Just huge. Those rains came and it took off. Look at it creeping into my pepper bucket. So this one also needs a good trimming. Hey, what are you doing out front with me? I've been slowly letting her walk with me, like into the garage. She's very yelpy. She likes to bark at people, and I don't want her scaring anyone. So I normally keep her in the backyard or in the house, but lately we've been kind of having a little bit of freedom. Just a little. Yeah, and again, this path going to the front yard is, well, you get it, overgrown, way too thick. And it almost looks like I got to mow already again, so I might do that tomorrow. And yes, my wife has been hounding me to get these dang bushes trimmed. Way overgrown, so got to do that too. First thing I'm going to do, go to Tractor Supply, get some waterers. So I was just cutting all of this stuff right here around the hose housing, and guess what I did? Oh, you know it. You guessed it. It was hiding in here. I just split open my new hose. I gotta go get another one. Dang it. I didn't want to take this one all the way down, but I did just cut it up enough to where I have enough room. Even over here, this all looks good. Now it's just like a living wall, basically. Nice. Give it a week and it'll be right back the way it was. What do you think, Molly? We have a new path. Alright, that's done. I'm sick of doing these bushes manually. I'm gonna make it a little easier on myself. Alright, well that did a lot of my job. It made it way quicker. Now I'll just go through with the manual clippers and just kind of trim it up, straighten it up a little more. That worked out pretty good though. Alright, one more thing to do while taming this property is to mow. I'm going to get the mow on real quick, and I'm going to again dump all the grass clippings that we collect into the chicken run and the compost bin. So I have been really collecting a lot of biomass today. Tons and tons of weeds and vines and all kinds of green stuff to put in. That wheelbarrow is so full, I'll show you here in a little bit. But first, let me get mowing. Alright, let's see how we did with taming the property, guys. Oh boy. Look at them bushes. Nice and clean cut. You can see the sidewalk. Oh yeah. Grass. Nicely mowed. Oh, nice. Them bushes look good. Look at that. We have some openness right here in the garden to walk through. Sorry again that I cut you in half there. Hose. Brand new dang hose, man. I could see the gate all the way now. We could actually walk through it. Beautifully cut. Oh, nice. Look at how much stuff is in that wheelbarrow. I can't open this up all the way. It'll fall out. It is loaded. Loaded. We'll just leave that on there. As it breaks down, it'll settle. Alright, let's get away from the AC, even though we got the wind blowing at us. Got all that opened up now. That looks all good over there. And then, of course, a major benefit is plenty of grass clippings and weeds and leaves and everything else in there for them to dig at, compost for me. And they will. Right now they're just chilling. There's one under the tree over there. This one's just coming in because I came in, but they're just relaxing, taking naps at the moment. So what do you think, guys? You think I'll be able to see this one better and not cut it in half? The Stanley Fat Max. That's a nice yellow. Hopefully I don't mess it up. While I'm out here, might as well get a snack. Man, there's so many cherries on here. Look at that. Loaded up. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for Saturday. It's already almost 4 o'clock. I started early this morning. It took a while to tame this property, and let me tell you, even though I put the video on fast, made it look quick for you guys, it was an all-day event. So tomorrow we're gonna pick up with prepping for maybe this hurricane that's coming, doing a couple of things around here with that, and also prepping the chickens for vacation and stuff like that. So we got a few different prep jobs to do tomorrow in anticipation for future things, right? We'll see you in the morning, guys. Right now I'm gonna hang out, try and catch some of this sun, drink a little bit of beer. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay, as far as prepping for this storm coming, it's now downgraded back to a tropical storm, which is a good thing. And I live right in between Tampa Bay and Charlotte Harbor. I'm right here in the center. So we are right in that cone area to get some kind of weather. Maybe a lot of heavy rain, possibly some really good wind gusts, but there ain't a whole lot I need to do to get ready for this storm. But let's just kind of go around the property and we'll figure it out. For instance, one thing I'll do is I'll put the chairs and stuff into the corner of the house. I'll take the umbrella down, move all the stuff off the table, and get my grill and all that stuff, all my yard tools into the shed. And depending just how windy it gets, I may take all my little 5-gallon pepper plants and either clean up this area and tuck them here in this corner, or I may put them into the garage. I'll wait and see, like maybe Monday, see what's happening and go from there on that. Right now they're gonna just stay out here. It's a beautiful day. And if it happens to look like it's getting a little worse and getting closer to us, I have wood that I screw into the windows, both windows, and then I have the wooden door. I can secure the chickens into the coop, lock them in there during the storm, and they're usually good. That's normally how I do it. So not too much prep work for this storm. Thank God. Alright guys, happy Sunday morning. It's 4th of July. Have a safe evening tonight. Get some barbecue going and stuff like that. Anyway, as far as prepping for vacation coming up for the chickens, obviously you know I got the 2 big feed tubes, and those feed tubes I'll get totally filled up, so they should pretty much last all 5 days. Obviously my neighbor will check maybe 2 to 3 days into it, but I also got another purchase that's really going to help extend their self-reliance in that cage while I'm gone. Oh yeah. 2 5-gallon waterers. These are going to make a big difference, and I love these because they unscrew at the top, so even in the summer if they're full of water I can add like ice to it or something like that to cool it down. I really like these waterers. Heavy duty, 10 gallons worth of water. That's going to really help them out. So we'll get water stations set up today for them. We're also going to pull out some of the straw from the coop, get it into the run, and then pull some of those sections of the, remember I just put the bale of hay in the back? We'll take some of those sections and redo the coop, kind of clean it up a little. I'm not going to make my neighbor come out here and open the little trap door and let him out here during the day. If he wants to, that's fine. If not, they could stay right inside there, good to go. Have the 2 feeders. We'll make new water sections for those big 5-gallon waterers, and they'll have plenty of food and water. I will have to have them collect eggs about 3 days into it. That way they don't get too many in there and start breaking them. But besides that, they'll be pretty good to go. So we're going to set up those waterers here in a little while. Now this little girl, I'm nervous. She's just attached to me, so it's going to be sad leaving her. We've never been on vacation for this many days since we've had her. She's never been away from me, maybe more than 1 or 2 nights. Are you going to be okay? Huh? Are you going to be okay? You biting little gnats? Molly, I love you. Yeah, so speaking of her, one other thing we got to do today, let me show you. This is my weekend life, guys. It's all over the place. I do so many different little projects. Just throw them on the videos and hope you guys enjoy hanging out. Alright, so another thing we got to do with the dogs involved is secure this gate. Right now I have the cinder block on there, and I might just leave that there while we are on vacation. But I want to put a latch on here. Something to latch maybe from this piece of wood to that piece of wood there, like one of those long hook latches or something. I got to measure that, and we'll go to Lowe's later and figure out what we need. But I definitely want to secure it, because if that cinder block ain't there, Molly will just put her paw in there and pull the whole gate out, you know, and it'll swing open and she'll get out. We don't want her or Momo getting out while we're gone. Alright, we're going to replace this water with one of the new ones right here on this station. Just on the cap, and then there's a little white cap in here. You just unscrew it. Boom. Just set that up here on the storage little area. And there we go. Oh yeah, that's going to work nicely. And actually I'm just going to put the other big one right there. Alright, so I put that old water under there. There's one of them. The new 5-gallon. The other new 5-gallon. And then the other little one that they had. And of course fill up the feeders completely full. 1 and 2. So today's Sunday. We're going to get all of these filled up. We already got the waterers filled up. So now this week I can monitor how long this supply lasts. How long does the food last? How long does the water last? Then I'll be able to gauge if I'm good with a 5-day turnaround. Should be. I think that'll be plenty of water and food. Okay, so I'm just thinking about doing a simple little hook and eye bolt kind of thing. Alright, I definitely don't have to worry about them getting out now. We got the latch right here, middle of the gate, but then also I did a secondary measure because she likes to grab the bottom and move it, and it's pretty flimsy. So this little rod here, this is actually a hood support for a vehicle. But anyway, if you see down here, I just put an eye bolt into the wood and slid this in and into the ground. So now that is stuck in the ground to keep them from pulling it out any. Put some more pavers underneath. We are secure when we go on vacation. I'm just nervous how she's going to act when I'm not around and she's outside. So I want to make sure the perimeter and everything is secure. Perfect. Latch done. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's cut this open and see if in fact, if the tendril is dead closest to it, it's ripe. Let's take a look. Come on in. We must have good luck. Christine has watermelon on the tablecloth out here. I'm a little nervous. I hope it looks good. Alright, enough messing around. Let's cut it. Alright, please. What do you think? Looks pretty ripe to me, doesn't it? Got the seeds in here. Let's see. Ooh. Nice and juicy still, guys. All right. Well, I would say that worked out well. Right from the garden, girls. Oh yeah. Watermelon success. Alright guys, so there you have it. Another weekend of hot, hard work, sweating. We tamed the property down. It looks beautiful. We did a little bit of prep work for hurricane, or actually now it's tropical storm. Did a little prep work for that as far as getting just some loose items picked up and put away. As it gets closer, tomorrow probably after work, I'll determine if I want to move them pepper plants to a more secure area. But besides that, we're pretty much good with that. Prepping for vacation that's coming up here in the near future. I got that latch done, which I really wanted to do for the dogs. I don't want them getting out while I'm gone. And also the chickens now have big waterers. We're going to fill their feed tubes up. They should be good to go. And my neighbors should only have to maybe collect eggs maybe once halfway through the vacations. And then of course the cutting of the watermelon. Look at that. We got a watermelon, guys, and it's ripe. It's ready to go. That dead tendril thing, for me it worked this time, so I'll kind of stick for that as a rule of thumb. And if it doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't work, but that was perfect. Now we're letting one half of it get in the fridge, get nice and cold. Tonight we're going to do a little fireworks. We're making pulled pork, so that'll be yummy. And so now I'm going to finish this off with a couple of random garden facts about watermelons. Did you know you could eat all of the watermelon? Not just the beautiful flesh inside, but you could roast the seeds almost like sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. They're very good for you. And also the rind. A lot of people pickle them, like in the South I hear they pickle watermelon rinds. China, Mid-Eastern areas, they do like stews, and they also stir fry the rinds. The rind is very nutritious, so there is ways to eat it. You can eat the whole thing. Another fact is that a lot of people classify a watermelon as a fruit and a vegetable. It is a fruit because it does come from a flower that's pollinated from a bee and such, and it also has seeds. But it's a member of the gourd family, which is considered a vegetable, and it does grow beside your summer-loving veggies. So there's a couple of different little random tips for you about watermelon. Anyway, you guys have a good rest of the 4th of July. We will see you next weekend.